right. Guess what time it is again? That's correct. Whenever the Aliens comes out, we know it's time for a project. Found another project at the dollar store. Helicopter. Ages 8 plus. I think I'm old enough. I think I meet the requirements. Minimum requirements. Makes one. Well, I didn't think it would make more than one. At $2.75. From the Dollarama. Okay, anyways. Contains 6 nails. 2 of which you're going to use, 4 of which are wrong. 28 wood shapes. Yes, there are wood shapes. Instructions, which are misleading, confusing, and completely wrong, as I've determined by looking at said instruction sheet. Not that it's written in Chinglish or anything, it just is incorrect. And the picture they give you is so dark, how can you even tell what piece is what? So I had to do some finagling here to figure out what was what, and, well, let's start here. Here are said pieces. Here are said pieces. These are the 2 nails you're going to use. That's the top rotor, and that's the tail rotor. Those are the only 2 nails you're going to use. There's the body. And all the rest of these parts make up the rest of the helicopter. These are sort of pre-assembled. So we'll kind of loosely follow the instructions here, so we get the order correct anyways. And step 1, of course, is this is the body. This is the front. That's the front. That's the tail end. That's the cockpit, the cabin. And it goes, this is the front, so it faces forward. This is forward. So we'll start here with our first glue. Zigzag. Probably a little too much glue. We'll just blob it on here. Yep, squeeze out. Squeeze out is good. That means you've got contact. Now this stuff doesn't usually need clamping. At least I hope it doesn't, because my clamps are over there. Ew, glue. I'll just put this stuff in here. Extra. Glue squeeze out is good. That means you got a good joint. At least in, proper woodworking projects. Just make sure that that's not too far forward or too far back. It looks about right, according to the extremely dark picture I have to go by. Now, that was relatively painless. Relatively painless. Eating my microphone here. And the next piece to go on there, the jet engine. This is the jet engine. Amazing looking thing, isn't it? I guess it goes on there like that. Does it point to the back? I don't know. I can't see. The image is black. It's all black. Total darkness. In blobs. It's a blob. Yep, it's a blob. So I guess we'll just wing it. Oh, put a little dab on the end here. Dab, dab. Because we don't want our helicopter coming apart in mid-flight, right? That would be detrimental. Detrimental? Sure, detrimental sounds good. Everything looks nice and neat and even and tidy? Sure it does. There we go. Is it looking like a helicopter yet? Well, not really. We're getting there. Lots of glue squeeze out. Next time I build another one of these projects, if I ever find one again, I will have some Q-tips on hand for cleaning up the glue. The glue squeeze out. Okay, everything's even, nice and neat. Okay. Who's next? Destructions. Yeah, they're all wrong. Glue exhaust to the back of the engine. Well, my guess is this. This is the exhaust. That's my best guess because nothing else here looks like it could be an exhaust. That's kind of small. Well, we'll find out if we got the right thing or not. Little dollop of glue on there. Squeeze it on here like so. I like this tacky glue because it sets up pretty quick. Ideal for use on these projects. Okay. There's the exhaust. Yeah, there's some squeeze out here. What can I use to clean it up? Maybe one of these extra nails. I think they included nails instead of dowels like they were supposed to. But even then, I will show you in a moment here what I've discovered. Ew, glue. Okay, exhaust. Glue main rotor bearing on transmission housing. Well, it was the jet engine a minute ago. Now it's the transmission housing. Anyways, dollop of there. A little dab will do ya. That goes right there. You can hear the rotors whistling already. And, oh, tail time. Glue tail in the slot at rear of body. The slot for this tail is rather large. It's probably too big. But we'll figure it out. We'll just slather some goo in here. Slather it in there. Stay in frame. This is a mess. It's going to be a mess. Oh yeah, a real mess. Eating my microphone again. Maybe it's too close to your face. Maybe you can mind your own business. Yes, it is too close to my face, or my face is too close to it. Well, that's kind of vague, I guess. Just kind of there. As I said, the slot is too big for the tail. I might have to go around and caulk it with the glue later on. Well, we're starting to look something like a helicopter here. Something like it. Exhaust. The exhaust should have been cut at an angle or sanded at an angle to point upwards. I don't know. I don't know helicopters. I don't know aircraft. I just know building. Tail's in place. And main rotor bearing tail. Here is where the instructions start going wonky. It says glue these. What are these? Wings. These are wings into the holes in the side here with dowels. Well, there are no dowels. There are only extra nails, which you have to cut the heads off. Well, they're not telling you that in the instructions. You got to cut the heads off these nails. So I think they've neglected to put the proper dowels in here and just substituted nails. Keep in mind, this is for 8-year-olds and up. An 8-year-old may not be able to figure out. And see here too, these are the missile bays. They're supposed to attach under here, but there's no hole in the top of there, and there's no dowel to go there. So you kind of have to pre-assemble these pieces to make it easier. We need to put the missiles in there first. So I'll stick the goo in there, stick the goo in there. Love these missiles. Pointed dowels. Close enough. Close enough. It'll do. It's not a toy and it's not a scale model. It's just a facsimile, a project. Something you can sit down with your 8-year-old and put together, provided, the instructions aren't wrong, which in this case they are. I don't have any Q-tips nearby. Sorry, cotton swabs, if we want to be particularly precise and correct. Cotton swabs. So, there's the one missile pod. Got the other missile pod on the go here. This will be for the other side. Oops. That's a bit of a mess. You might hear my computer over here struggling. Taxing the poor bugger. Trying to shoot 1080 video and 60 FPS. With AAC audio and all that stuff that nobody really understands anyways. Except, professionals. And I am anything but a professional. There. What a mess. What a mess. Glue everywhere here. Oh. So we got one missile pod. And 2 missile pods. There. Wings look to be exactly the same. So what we need to do now is dollop. Just glue. Just glue. Way too much glue. That one. We'll make sure we do it right. They need to be sided left and right. Wrong. Try again. This way. Right side. Left side. Okay. There's the wings with their little pods. I think I need to get a Q-tip or two. I will be right back. Right. Try again. Oh yeah. Now it looks less messy. No, I didn't put enough glue on there. I hope it doesn't need mechanical fastening. Because if it does, then I'll have to drill a hole and pound a nail into it. And you did it backwards. It's backwards. And every time you change your mind, you gotta put another dab of glue. Because this wood soaks it up. My little cup here. It used to say not for food on it, but it gets rubbed off after a while. I use it for, well, not food. I mix epoxy and stuff in it. I use it as a cleanup, catch-all. Cleanup, catch-all. For glue slop, etc. etc. I think when this all sets and all is said and done, glue. I will have to sand this butt end here a little bit because it doesn't look right. Does not look right. Some caulking in here. There we go. Oh yeah. It's starting to look like a helicopter. Well, it's starting to look like something. Is it looking like a helicopter? Perhaps. More sloppy glue here. There we go. Getting these to stay on is going to be another story. You'll save those for last, I think. I think that's what I'll do. Give the glue a chance to set. Glue wings, blah blah blah. Glue missile supports. Glue landing skids. Okay, I can do that. I did not disassemble them from my previous dry assembly, so. These smaller dowels are actually bamboo. I've been bamboozled. Lied to. There we go. These little ones are actually bamboo. I can't really see it. Focus. Anyways, they're bamboo. Trust me. I don't have a macro lens. Well, I do, but this video is being filmed on an iPhone 14, just the regular run-of-the-mill common 14, none of the fancy Pro baloney. Running through an app made by Elgato. Into OBS Studio. It's this app, Elgato app, is hit or miss a lot of the times. One of the programs I like to use, Bandicam. As soon as I try to use the virtual camera in Bandicam, the virtual camera starts twitching, doing a little jig. And that's no good. We don't want that. We can't have that. So I experiment with softwares until something works. And well, at this point in time, this combination works. Now whether it'll work again tomorrow is another story. But I figured I got the... While I'm experimenting here, it's working, so I'm just going to run with it. Because sure as shooting, when I stop, it's going to not work. And all this is being captured on my repurposed Acer Predator. I took all the good stuff out, put it into a bigger case with a better motherboard. I have not looked back since. This case is bigger. It allows upgrading more so than the compact Predator case did. And it is my at the shop computer. A slightly better computer I use at home. Similarly equipped, but a much better computer all around. So through a series of adapter cords and dongles and things and whatchamadoozits and wheejamajeezits, I'm actually using, this is my cell phone as a webcam. And for now it works. Well, it's looking more like a helicopter. It's kind of standing. Can only get it to stand so well. Nope, it's getting bigger. It's starting to not fit in the frame. Might have to zoom out now. Oh, well that looks not very straight. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's not a scale model. It's not a. It's just a wood project. Okay. And wings, supports, landing skids. And main rotor. Oh! Rotor time. Not hammer time. Rotor time. So we'll put a dollop of glue. Well, let's not put a dollop of glue for the moment and see what we get. Yeah, the nails are too long. Surprise, surprise, surprise. There you go. Oh, that's funny. Anyways. Yeah, these nails are definitely way too long. Now I gotta take a second and go and get some cutters. I will be right back. Okay. My stippers cutters. I think all we want to do here is trim it just a wee little bit. It needs to be a wee little bit more. Okay. Let's see how many eyeballs we can take out with this now. Oop. Haha. I was expecting it to shoot across the room. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Does that look like a helicopter now? Well, sure. Again. Oh, get out of the frame. This is the stand that my microphone is sitting on. It's in the frame. I don't know how anything moved, but it did. That, yeah, this is gonna have to be. Oh. Now, see, I'm confused. Confused again. Oh, it's sitting right against the tail. I think that is where this is supposed to go. I don't know. Think of all the kits that I've done so far, this one is the most terrible. That should be stand off like that. That is going to be a nuisance. A right royal pain in the derriere. It's not going to work. Definitely not going to work. Definitely not going to work. See, I'm reaching the 30-minute mark here. I don't want this to be too terribly long. So, as you can see, the instructions that it comes with and the parts it comes with are all wrong. Not all wrong, but for, you know, an 8-year-old, it might be a little frustrating not being able to follow the instructions. This is the nose cannon. It goes in there like so. Now these need to attach, and it's the same, going to be the same issue as the tail rotor. They need to be reworked. Let's cut the head off of that and see. Well, let's see. No, no, no! Don't eat my nail. Jeez. We'll see. See, the big issue here is fighting gravity. Gravity's a pain in the butt. Well, that'll work. If you put it on the right side. Yeah. I made them both the same. Yeah, ding-a-ling. Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter. Since the wings are exactly the same. Palindromic, if you can call it that, palindromic. Equal, same thing forwards as it is backwards. I wonder if palindromes also work upside down and right side up. I've seen some groups of words and letters that read the same upside down as they do forwards and backwards. Weird. Are they still called palindromes? There's an intellectual concept, intellectual topic of discussion there. Do palindromes work right side up and upside down as well? And if so, can they work together at the same time as a proper palindrome? Oh, I did put this one together wrong. Oh yeah, and this glue is sticky. No, this way. Okay, I'm trying to fight gravity here, and it's just not working. There we go. There's our helicopter. Pretty much. The tail rotor requires too much work to do in this video. So maybe I'll just do an update when I get that all figured out. I want to sand this hump down here on the back. It doesn't look right. But for the most part, the kit is buildable. They just made some substitutions and erroneous claims in the instruction sheet. So there we go. Doesn't even have a name. It's not like a Black Hawk or anything. No idea. I don't know helicopters. So there you go. Another buck store project. This one not nearly as straightforward as the last ones, but it is what it is. It's not supposed to be a scale model. It's just a general representation. It needs paint details and stuff because, well, they don't give you stickers or anything for it. But that's fine. It's subject to interpretation, or you can just leave it plain. Nothing wrong with leaving wooden things plain wood. So there you have it. Another craft project using this stuff. This stuff is amazing. Crafter's choice for a very long time. I remember using that stuff 30 years ago.